Hello everyone, I'm LuffyRess, and this is Super Mario 35. Today's daily challenges are, clear 2 courses, target and send enemies to lowest time 30 times, and defeat 200 enemies. Nice. Almost seems like they're giving us an easy one this time. So how are you guys doing? I'm doing okay. I'm not even gonna wait for an answer, because I'm in the pass. And also separated by a screen. Various screens. So that's that. I'm doing okay. It's been a windy winter day. It's funny. The moment it looks like November's over, it starts snowing. It's kind of like Animal Crossing. It's kind of creepy. But other than that, nothing's really happening. I'm almost fully caught up on these Mario videos, so that's cool. I guess that's what I get for not touching them for like a month. Over a month? 2 months? Like, it took a solid week of not turning off my computer and just straight up rendering video to do that. It's crazy. Yeah, now I've got all that done. Never have to think about it again until I do this exact same thing later with another game series. You know. Just lumpy things. Really? I really want to play an Animal Crossing and have it be on the... and record gameplay. But not like New Horizons, because I'd probably need another Switch to do that, really. Like, fully. But like, I'm thinking... That was neat. I'm honestly thinking I could emulate Wild World. Or I could straight up play City Folk on the Wii U. Because it's got the Wii emulation. So I don't know which one I'll do. Like, City Folk's legal, like I own the game, and that's no problem. But I'd have to, have batteries for the Wiimote, you know? And that's a pain. But doing Wild World, if I did it on my computer, that would also be a mess. So it's a quandary. I say that, but it's like, well, you just do just get the batteries, you know, they're not that expensive. Get the rechargeable ones, and just deal with it. Don't hem and haw. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. Life. It's not a Gordian knot, you just start cutting. I don't know. Yeah, that's where I'm at emotionally. Really want to play another Animal Crossing while I'm still playing New Horizons. I finally figured out where I'm going to put my pumpkin patch, I think. I'm not entirely happy with it, because it kind of blocks off a walkway, but it's really the only area I can get that's large enough for all... Let's see, what's 12? Not 12. I don't actually know how many pumpkins I have. All I know is I have a thing where they got 3 rows each for all 4 pumpkins. And it's at least 10 wide. So, you know, a decent amount of pumpkins. And if I water them all, obsessively, then that's even more pumpkins. Like, who knew the holiday, like, voodoo crop would be such a cash grab? I love it. This is the third time I've done this course. I'm paying attention this time, like... You're not gonna catch me out. Okay, works for me. Okay, now no one's attacking me. Okay. Fair enough. So what were the thingies again? Like... 200 enemies, 2 courses... and something about... some other dumb stuff? Yeah, I never remember. I just hope I do it. Did you see the new, update for the Switch? They added a little tabby on the bottom there for Nintendo Switch Online. Nobody asked for it. I mean, I'm sure somebody did, like, that's why they did it, but... I don't know, it's neat. I can actually see when my subscription ends without having to, like, navigate the eShop, or... 4 times in a row. Can we... I know it's not gonna keep going, but, like, I wish it would. This is interesting. Why'd I do that? Like, I knew the outcome, and I still did it anyways. Oh well. Not Groundhog's Day until it's Groundhog's Day, you know? Now you get knocked out by me? You lasted this long. Wow. Never really understand people. Neat. I really want to play more Smash Bros. Too. Like, I tried, and then I didn't. I'm just not good. I want to play the Minecrafters, like Alex, Steve, Enderman, the Zombie, but I'm not good with them. And it's frustrating because you see other people like doing all these cool things, like just passive-aggressively, like not even attacking, just placing blocks, you know, and just knocking people out like that. And it's like, why can't I do that? And it's just, you're not fast enough, guy. You're a 30-year-old man, and most of these people are probably like 13-year-olds with like Adderall. That's mean, like. That's mean. You're allowed to be whoever you are. And no one should make you feel bad for it. But the point of this isn't that like kids on Adderall are super good at games, or that I'm making fun of them. The key here is that I'm an old man at 30. Almost. Less than a month to go. Half a month to go. Neato burritos. I have played this course way too much. I've seen it a bazillion times in my nightmares. Well, can't do that. Thanks, friend. Thanks, friend. Alright. That doesn't bode well. Or maybe it does. You never know. I never know what bodes for me at all. I assume ill, but sometimes that's just... Oh dear, that's... Oh dear. Well, I guess he got what he deserved. That was... I was not expecting that to work, actually, like... What the heck? I just... kneeled by him for a bit, and everything turned out okay. And sure, it wouldn't have if I didn't have money, but, you know... This game is Unintentional Poverty slash Wealth Privilege Simulator 2020. Very timely and topical, but, you know, a lot of people don't want to see it that way. Including Nintendo. Like, they're the poster children for don't draw us into, like, any sort of discussion at all. The internet shouldn't exist. We only begrudgingly allow it to because we can charge you to play our online games now. We figured out that much. We didn't figure out what every other company has, that we actually have to offer a competitive service. No. We're just gonna charge you, and you're gonna do it. Because Smash Bros. And Mario Kart. And by Jove, it works. And like, I hope this doesn't seem like a really anti-Nintendo rant. And I know, like, it always is. Like, it always ends up being one. Because they're a horrible company that makes really dumb choices constantly. And it's just unfortunate that they also make really fun games. Or cannibalize their old games to make adequate games? I don't know. Like, I've played a bazillion hours of this already, like... Well, like 50. At this point, it's probably 50. Although the Switch will say it's 45 until it's 51 and a half, but you know. Who's counting? I know I'm not. Okay, you need to die. All of you need to die, but I need this just in case. It's all about insurance. Nice. Turns out Super Mario 35 is a game about insurance fraud. I'm entirely wrong. It's all about the insurance fraud. Oh, nice. See, I knew I could do it in one go. And I even leveled up. Oh, and I even got a new icon. Zombie Buzzy Beetle. Nice. It's weird being back. Because I'm constantly turning off and turning on the capture card, or the recording software, so I don't lose my wins. Like, I wish I could just record for the full amount of time I record, you know? Or that I play. But it's just constant game of like, oh, I did something. Better turn it off so I don't lose it. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, like it really depends. I'm always playing with fire, and I hate that. But I'll stop talking about it until it happens, until it burns me, you know? Let's talk about fun stuff. Like Nintendo committing tax fraud. And I know a lot of you know those Yoshi memes, but like, I don't know. It's more likely to happen than you think. And I've been doing my own taxes since 2015? 14? 15. Man, life. And like, I'm just gonna say this. If I ever were forced to, like, give a statement, like, under oath about, like, my own taxes, I would probably be audited. Not because, like, it's criminal, it's just, like, people just give me money a lot. Like, not under the table, just, like, you are a poor, pathetic creature. Here's a 20. Thanks for helping me out, you poor weirdo. To be fair, though, when I was at work, like, anyone who'd listen, like, they would get the spiel. It's a spiel. It's not a rant, it's a spiel. On how my job sucked. Because, like, I was simultaneously, like, the guy training people, and, like, because we had such high turnover, I was still, like, the most recent hire. Yeah. Like, a year and a half, and I was still the most recent hire, most of the time. And I was training people. Because I'm responsible. I'm competent. You know, like, it's like this game. I screw up most of the time, but I win more than most people do. And that's all anybody wants. To be on the winning team. And to have winner people on their team as well. And apparently, 2 managers, I have all the dressings of a winning person. Despite barely being a functioning, like, anything. So... And it's not just the last job, it's like every job, always. Always end up being like in this weird, like, least qualified person to do stuff and still doing it. It's insane. And whenever a customer or coworker listens, I give them the whole spiel about, like, how maybe the guy with epilepsy shouldn't be the guy cleaning, like, U-Hauls or doing propane tanks, like filling them and replacing them and stuff. But, you know, that would make too much sense. And also, it's not like having epilepsy has ever gotten in my way before, so, like, it's kind of cool. Like, I've done a lot of weird, dumb stuff in my jobs. And a lot of it had nothing to do with the job I was hired to do, which is awesome, like... You know? That's kind of cool for the old resume. At the same time, like, to know that there are people who are, like, rank above you who should be doing this stuff and don't, like, that always rankles my feathers. That's just how it goes, you know, being the low man on the totem pole. I should really figure out a way to, like, not work for places that have high turnover then, you know? But where I live, every job's pretty much a garbage job or out of reach. One way or another. And that's honestly the most depressing thing, like, because I know I'm not the only one where if one thing was a little different, like, I would not be in this situation, you know? And for a lot of people, you know, it's just... Maybe it's support, like, just people believing in them. For some people, it's financial support. For tons of people, it's, like, access to cars. Or just where they live, like... I don't know, there's so many dumb things that just can negatively affect you without any real intention. And I guess that's kind of like the root cause of, like, that whole thing of, like, life isn't fair, but I don't know. I feel like the people who say that aren't really intent on, like, making it more fair, you know? Like, you never say, well, life isn't fair with, like, that, like, positive outlook of, well, we could make it better. It's just a conversation-ending statement. So if there's anything you learn from me, I hope it's some sweet Super Mario tricks, some sweet ways to not die in Super Mario. Hopefully you're learning from my bad example. And a little bit of empathy. A little bit. Like, you don't have to be super empathetic, like... It's like the garbage jobs, you know? As long as you show up, you're doing better than 90% of everybody else. And if you show up with a smile, and actually bother to try, you're doing better than literally everybody else. Like, I guarantee it. Like, you don't have to feel bad. And, like, there will always be people who try to make you feel bad. Like, a beaten down person is way easier to deal with than someone who's going to fight you. But, like, life is a fight. Every organization is an arena, literally. Education, academia, retail, office work. It's all just another arena to prove yourself. And like, you don't even have to do that. Like, why live for other people? Why live in a way that... Well, that was a waste. Why live in a way where, like, somebody else defines anything about you? Define yourself. You're the one writing your own book. Doesn't matter if it's a dictionary, autobiography, or, like, fantasy. What matters is that you do it. You know? I feel like this is where I should end. Oh no, oh boy. I feel like I should end the video here because I just said something really inspirational, but... Like... This is a common spiel with me. A common, like, rant is just like... You have a worth, humans. Like, even if you don't see it, you do. And like, I don't believe we're all here because, like, some bigger being planned it, but I would like to believe that, like, we're all here and we can all affect some change, you know? That we can be here for a reason. I feel like I'm getting into, like, some real deep stuff. Without intending to. This is just Super Mario, but, like, you know... I don't know, you can always read into anything. It's like people who are, like... people who are, like, English professors who are like... Well, what did the author intend on this book? And then, like, have all these, like, weird theories that, like, really reach. But, like, that's not bad. I mean, it's probably not what anybody intends for their work. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna say that. Because, like, I've read interviews with, like, the people who created the Lego movie, and, like, they seem pretty excited for, like, a few decades from now. Where their movie, plural, movies, are, like, dissected by, like, college undergrads, you know? Like, it's kind of a weird thing, you know, to make something for children, and then have some entirely other group, like, dissect it really professionally. Although if they're undergrads, like, how professional can it get, you know? Like, being a little snarky there, but I was there. It was art school, so it didn't really matter. Like, they basically tell you, like, the work you do here isn't gonna matter when you graduate, like, it's just learning and feet in the door, you know? Like, make your connections, blah blah blah. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about art school still. But I don't know how I feel about a lot of things. Like, on one hand, every new Animal Crossing game makes me miss the first one a little bit more. Started playing the original GameCube Animal Crossing, like, literally Christmas of 2001. Or 2002, I don't remember. I was in middle school. I was young. Super Mario Sunshine hadn't come out yet. Like, that's how long I've had the GameCube. Oh boy. Timer's ticking down. I've got more coins than I need, but I'm still gonna do this anyways. But yeah, like... Wild World was disappointing a little bit, and like... I know a lot of you are gonna be like, well, yeah, no crap. Like, there's no way they're gonna fit an entire game that worked on the GameCube into a Nintendo DS card. But like, I don't know, like 14, 15-year-old me didn't know that. I was an idiot. I was really hoping it would just be like better Animal Crossing. And I guess that's kind of the thought that like makes me feel bad about each new one. Like, I don't think any of them are. Do I think they're all... I think they're good. Like, I wouldn't argue that any Animal Crossings are bad. But, like, let's be real, like, it's kind of like Zelda or Mario. whatever game you started out with is gonna be the one that your heart looks at the fondest, you know? Or even Pokemon. Like, that's another good series where, like... I know people like to make fun of the Gen 1ers, but, like... I don't know, I like those goofy little sprites. Do I ever want to play those games again? Heck no. I'm not insane. Like, I'm not a masochist. I hate those games so much. But I do miss elements of them. Like, they were literally broken games. And, like, I feel like... You know, like, Gold and Silver are also ones where, like, yeah, people look at them a little more friendly than maybe they should. But at the same time, like, Gold and Silver were, like, leagues above Red and Blue. Like, holy crap. Like, when multiple moves don't even, like, work the way they're supposed to, like, you've done a bad job. And, like, we can... I don't know. I don't want to turn this into a rant against Game Freak, or against Pokemon as a whole, because, like, I enjoy Pokemon. I've played way too much of it in my life. For realsies. Oh no, low battery. That sucks. Well, I'll probably... Whenever this ends up... Cool. That's not what I was hoping for, but... I'll take it. Wow, you guys are ding-dong-dumb. I've got 500 coins. I need to actually do stuff better. Because I've got way too much going on. So was I talking it? Oh yeah, Pokemon and, like, nostalgia. Yeah, that's just how it goes, like... I don't know, like, Ruby and Sapphire also have their issues. Like, you literally need a Pokemon that can do Surf and Dive for, like, a solid chunk of the game. And I guess, like, in general, it's not like... Oops! That was dumb. I don't know, I guess my issue with, Pokemon would be... There are a lot of things that it took way longer than it should have to smooth out, you know? Like, it took until, like, Sun and Moon for them to, like, get rid of HM slaving. Which is a little unfortunate. But then again, that's, like, the difference between, like, being a kid who only levels up, like, your starter Pokemon and maybe, like, whatever you catch that you think is cool as, like, a secondary go-to thing. And being, like, the adult who tries to have a balanced party. And realizes, like, in Gen 4, in Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, that there's only 2 fire types, your starter and Ponyta. Like, how balanced can you get? To be fair, though, like, I did play with an Infernape, and I did play with a Ponyta. And can I just say, it took, like, 20 years for me to appreciate Rapidash as a Pokemon. And I feel that whenever I play, though, like, I always have, like, these weird-ass parties that are mixes of, like, the new Pokemon and the old Pokemon, and it's like... Why'd I never like Executor, like, before? Executor was awesome. Why'd I never, like... So, I don't know. I like Pokemon. I'm excited to play Sword and Shield at some point. I'll probably record them. Or at least one of them. I don't know. If I ever figure out how to do 3DS emulation, like, maybe I'll play X and Y again, because I loved X and Y, actually. Like, that was... my second to last year of college, when those came out, and I just played them. They were easy, like, you could do it, you could just pop open the 3DS and play them for a little bit. Like, it was nice. Like, I don't know. Like, I just go back to, like, that thing that What's-His-Face from Steam said, like, Gabe Newell, I think? I don't know, I'm not a big PC player. I'm not a big computer game guy. But his statement was, like, piracy isn't a user thing, it's like the game creators, the game publishers aren't doing a good enough job of like having a superior product. And I said that way worse than he did. He said it like snippety snappity, like flows off your backety. But I think that's something Nintendo really needs to learn is like you have all these properties that people are still playing 20, 30 years after like these games come out. Like you're literally like Super Mario 35 is literally still had like I don't know how many people actually play this game. I assume enough where like I've never had to really wait for like a lobby or anything to fill. Like we've had some long waits here, you know them, I don't edit them out. But like not as bad as like other games. So I don't know. Like they have all the tools they need to like win easy, you know? Like they could just do really well. And then they make really weird choices that alienate people. And I'm not saying like we need Galaxy 3 or like a Legend of Zelda game like every half year, but like why are we paying online if it's still like peer-to-peer, you know? Like why are we paying for something that's worse than the Wii U? I don't know. And the answer to that is like to make the shareholders happy. Like that's always the answer. It's not because Nintendo's greedy. It's not because Nintendo's evil. It's because Nintendo's a company. There's no behavior behind Nintendo's choices. It's just what gets us the money. And what amounts of money make the shareholders happy. Like reading like the reports from Nintendo's investors is always hilarious because it's always like some like old Japanese guy who like starts screaming about like what the heck are video games, and it's like, dude, it's 2020, like get with the program. Like what do you think, like Nintendo's still making cards and love motels? Like what's the deal? To be fair though, like some of that is also like when Iwata was still the president. Like he basically spent all of his time as like the hype man for Nintendo. Like he truly believed in Nintendo. He lived Nintendo. And in some ways, depending on who you talk to, like he was Nintendo. Like he was a great guy. Oh boy. Like I have nothing but praise for Iwata. Like, sure, under his management we got the Wii U, but like, I don't know. Worse things have happened. Like, I don't know. I'm just always really impressed by like how this world is run literally by people who don't know like what they're getting into ever. And I know that describes everybody, but like that's life. It literally does describe everybody. Nobody knows what's happening. And this isn't like some sort of nihilistic statement like, why bother? This is like, oops. I got too distracted by getting too passionate about what I was talking about. Oopsie doopsies. Like, yeah, there's tons of, like, really horrible people. There's tons of, like, really professional people who know what they're doing and can do it well. And there's tons of people who, even if they don't know that, can figure out what they need to do. But like for the most part, like most of us aren't the best person for our situation, you know? A lot of us are just struggling to like make some sense of it all in this horrible mud pile we call society. So empathy. Empathy is always important. Doesn't mean let people walk all over you, it means just understand where people are coming from. And if kindness may improve a situation, then that's a tool in your toolbox. But like, it's also really important to set boundaries, and sometimes you need to be firm, and sometimes firmness and kindness requires that you act a little mean. And it's not really mean if you're asserting your own boundaries, because most people overstep them. But I'm not like a trained anything, so like don't listen to me. I'm just ranting about stuff I've read like somewhere on the internet or something, you know? Like I don't have names or like sources, I'm just ranting. Like random investor guy from Nintendo, like what's his name? What's his deal? Like I want to say that one was actually like, the event I'm remembering was like from 2016, I want to say. And maybe earlier or later, but like... Oh man, wrong way. Really? Really? Oh my goodness. What a waste of a round. Already I feel regret. I feel defeated. I'm smiling, but it's a forced smile. I don't know. To be fair, I'm smiling because I enjoy playing video games. Like, it always makes me happy until I get frustrated. And it's hard to get frustrated at a game like this. Like, some of it's skill, but a lot of it's just, like, a weird form of common sense and, like, dumb luck. Like, that's all it is. And I guess that's also a really good, like, metaphor for life. I don't know why I'm looking for, like, deep metaphors in my cannibalistic Mario corpses, but, you know, I do. You gotta see the flowers in the weeds, not the flowers as the weeds, you know? Tons of people destroy their dandelions. Some people eat them. That's all I've got. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. I'm kidding. I've got another half hour left in me, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Nice. Adequate. Not great, but you know, adequate. I'm not enjoying those fish. I'm really not enjoying those fish. Why would you do this to me, Blooper? I don't have any coins. You're robbing from an already dead man. Is that a crime? Leave me be, child. Yikes. Nice. Neat. That moment when your fireball looks like it hit a fish, but it actually hit a block above the fish. Fascinating. You learn something new every day. I literally don't want to, though. I mean, I wouldn't mind it if it was, like, Snapple facts, like, random garbage, but, like, when it's do or die, and you're learning about, like, weird game mechanics or weird game outcomes that, like, nobody ever thought to talk about, like, that's unfortunate. That's all I can feel about it. Like, it's kinda cool that, like, if an enemy is overlapped with a piranha plant, you can bounce off it. You can't do that with spinies or other things, but you can definitely do it with piranha plants. Which when you recall how, like, sometimes they don't get hit by fireballs, really just makes me wonder, like, how their hitbox actually works. Like, clearly they have a much different hitbox than their image would imply. Which is interesting, but not exactly what I need to succeed here. Neat. 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 Cool. Oh boy, that was almost bad. Nearly tragic. Oh, this is awesome. Nope, no it's not. Okay, it's back to being okay. Am I where I wanna be? Haha, heck no. You already told me that, game. I've gotta figure out a way to plug myself in while my hands are in pillowcases. I keep forgetting to do that when I'm not playing. Yikes. Yikes. Well, I was too distracted. I was very distracted. Wonder how much more gameplay I can get out of this, though, out of this controller. It no longer has the drift issues, I think. But I really haven't played a game that I'd notice it on. Like, I haven't played New Horizons on my television for a week. It's been straight up handheld, like, for a week, I just said that. Boy, am I easily distracted. There we go. Not ideal, not perfect, but you know, I'll take it. Because nothing has to be perfect, it just has to be adequate. The first betrayal is expectations. Everything after that is just aggression. I don't know what these words I'm saying mean, but I'm sure you can apply some meaning to them. And through that, elevate me to a higher status than I deserve. Doot 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 doot. That moment when I realized the reason I'm, like, sore when I'm done playing is because I just had really bad posture. Big realization. I need a better chair. Mine is squeaky. And has a big cushion. But it's a really warped one that makes me, like, sit all slanted like. Like, I don't know. A new chair, a new capture card, a new computer. I need all these new things. Well, I want them. I don't need them. I don't have to do this. I'm just doing this for fun, like. Not like you guys are paying me. Oh, the day that happens. Then I'll actually have to do what you want me to, don't I? A little bit. It's nice being a nobody with an audience of like 4 people, because I can kind of do what I want, and if nobody likes it, that's fine, like that's expected, and if somebody says that's cool, that's really great. I don't know. I would like to not have to worry about money though, while I play video games. That'd be nice. On the other hand, I'm gonna worry about money no matter what, because this game requires you to have it constantly. Or be really skilled. Really? You ding-dongs. Why would you do this to me? Yeah, I see you. Marching off that cliff. I don't care. It is what it is. Aw, man, I got 2 of them knocked out. Got hit by that last Goomba. Bad luck. What are the odds that that low battery sign pops up, or my controller dies partway through this gameplay? I will remember to plug it in though. I will. Because I don't like seeing the signage pop up. It annoys me so much. Like, I can't believe it took me like 3 years of playing this Nintendo system to figure out how to turn off the, like, random friend is online signages. Like, you can do that in the settings. I don't know why I didn't think you could. But it literally took way too long to figure that out. Nice, that's all I want. Oh man. Like, I remember it being 2006. This is an entirely different conversation. Still Nintendo one, though. Like, I feel like they should probably be more... If they're not pertaining to me, they should be about Nintendo. I feel like that's fair. Like, that shouldn't rankle any... That shouldn't change anybody's opinions of me too hard. But, like, I remember in 2016 or 15, when Nintendo announced that they were gonna start doing mobile games. And this was after they, like, had announced really strongly that they wouldn't ever do mobile games at all. That their IPs would never be on non-Nintendo systems. Ever. Like, the backlash. Like, that was... It was crazy. Like, people were upset. And it's crazy to think people were upset over, like, Miitomo. And then we got a bunch of other ones. And some of them were, like, well-received, and some of them were, like, meh, you know, but... For a brief time period in the summer of 2016, it seemed like we'd have world peace because of Pokemon Go. It was a very chill summer. It was a very bad omen of what was to come. Like, it was a bad omen not because it was scary or, like, ominous. It was just, like, if we're gonna have, like, multiple years of, like, the worst years ever, like, why not have the worst summer ever, you know? And it's like, well, this is gonna be the last period of time you're gonna enjoy. Historically, not, like, individually. Individually, you can enjoy whatever time period you want. Like, I'm sure there are people who lived in the 1300s who thought the Black Death was, like, the best thing ever. You had your serfs who could finally have land and, like, not be basically, like, slaves. You had your merchants who were like, yeah, finally a way to sell all these spices. Tell people they'll cure the plague. Like, and I'm sure there's some guy, leather worker dude, like, oh, these bird masks I make that I love so much, I can figure out a way to sell these. I don't know. Like, you know, when you think about it, like, I know I have a bunch of dumb ideas, but, like, statistically, somewhere in this big dumb world, you know, somebody had to have thought the exact same thing. But unlike me, who's unwilling to do anything, you know they did something about it. Like, why the heck do we have those Plague Doctor masks? Well, because somebody made them. And I'm sure somebody was way too into it. I know there's tons of people who are way too into that stuff now, like, and that's not a bad thing. Like, I've played 50 hours of a game that I've played my entire life against multiple random people, like, you know? If it's not a bad thing to me and isn't hurting anybody, and it's not a bad thing to you and isn't hurting anybody, then let people do what they want. Even if it is pretending they cure the plague. I don't know if plague play is a thing, but like, if it is, don't tell me. And I'm sure that could like correlate with like people who want to play doctor and stuff, but like, don't tell me. I don't need to know. I really don't need to know. Okay. This is going fine. That's okay. Nice. There's a Bowser. Why is there a Bowser? Aw, man. Okay, good. I was afraid that... Oh my goodness. Wait, is this... Nope, this is 7-1. This is not the level I was hoping to see. Okay, this isn't anything I need. Goodness gracious, this is... atrocious. Of course. Oh boy. Nice. Not what I need, but nice. Come on. You get over here. I'm not your parent. Don't make me parent you. Young, strong turtle. Like, that's not... Oh my god. I'm just... ready to biscuit this up. Yeah, let's do this. Please tell me you've got something... Oh my gosh. I wasted that. I wasted it. Oh hey, cool. Down you go. Down you go. Just like me, down I go. Okay, this is a good stage. I know I usually act like I hate it, but like... let's be real, I have learned to love it. Just like the atom bomb, I've learned to love it. If anyone's not getting my references, like, no, I personally did not learn to love the bomb. That's just the name of a classic movie, or a subtitle of a classic movie. I don't care. You know what I'm talking about. Aw, man. So close. So close. Oops. We can probably do 2 more rounds or so. We can probably do 2 more rounds. Maybe 1. I don't know. I don't know how long I've gone. I think it's probably about 40 minutes so far, so yeah, 2 more rounds seems okay. 2 or 3. Should be fine. Unless my, like, controller dies, then we get to watch me die in the dumbest way possible. Oh my god. That'd be... I kinda wanna see that happen, actually. It'd be worth it. Because, you know, like, when it happens, by that point, like, I would have forgotten about it. So, like, you know I'd freak out about it a little bit. Oh my god. It's mean to future me, like, really badly, but, like, isn't it also really great? Yeah, thinking about, like, screwing over future me is the only thing in this world that gives me the warm fuzzies anymore. I love it. But, like, not in, like, a real life way, like, where it would ruin my life, because I'm also me. But, like, in this weird esoteric, like, as long as somebody else has to deal with it, you know? And it has to be kind of small. It has to be small and petty. It can't be like a real life big thing. So I have to deal with it, like that's no fun. But yeah, I can just see myself freaking out because I totally forgot that I had to recharge this controller, and it just dies in the middle of a match. That'd be awesome. Like, what would I even do? Like, none of my other controllers are synced up to the Switch. All of my Joy-Cons have drift. I don't know what I'd do. Probably cry. Look for my plugins and plug them in, I guess. Oops, I wasn't running. I gotta know. It'd be funny though. It really would be. You guys gotta believe me. It would be really hilarious. Cool. Yeah, see, it keeps popping up. It's fine. We know. I know. And who knows, maybe it really will die before this game is over. You know, it'd be really funny if the controller dies and I'm just standing there and I somehow win. That'd be hilarious. It's literally almost impossible for that to happen though. Like, because if you stand in place, like eventually the game's like, you're camping and like speeds up the timer, like to punish you. So like that literally couldn't happen. But it would be fun to dream, wouldn't it? And like, I guess it could have, it was just me versus another person and they died before my timer went out. But lately it feels like when I'm in that situation, those people like cling on for dear life. Like we've had a lot of fighters lately. And that's great, but like where were they last week? When I was trying to get to 8-4, you know? Like, where were you in relation to my life's missions? Well, I was doing my own stuff, and it's like, yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? As an adult, it's really important to be able to, like, put your own stuff on hold and understand that, like, sometimes other people's stuff needs to be the priority. It's not fun. We all want to do our own thing. But, you know, it shows real maturity to care about other people like that. Not that I'm a mature person, I like reading about human stuff. It makes my tendrils wiggle. But yeah, we're seeing a lot of 1-2. That's nice. It shows that some people actually are actually able to get beyond the first stage. A little mean, but, you know, not entirely unwarranted. I'm kind of excited to see how, like, things change, like, over the next few months. I'd like to... I don't know, like, I feel like it's not gonna, like, lose players. Because, like, all the people who are in it for the big long haul are gonna keep leveling up, you know? Like, I'm sure some people will be fully leveled up before March. I don't think I will. Like, some people are only here to, like, I don't know, for the novelty. Some people are playing just because it's Mario. And it's not like Odyssey has online. Can you imagine if they made Super Mario 64, like, 35 or whatever? Can you imagine if they did this? But with a 3D game? Like, that'd be too perfect. Like Super Mario Galaxy 2, 35. That'd be really... I don't know, I don't think it would work. It piques my interest, but I don't think it would work. I can't think of a way that it would actually work. I don't know, maybe. I mean, it could. feel like it would be a better fit than, like, Super Mario Sunshine, but, you know. That's just my biases. Okay. Boop. Nice. Unintentional back kill. Oh boy. That was not what I needed to do. Oh, I leveled up again. Nice. Level 36. Remember when I was level 36 for without the star? You know, a literal 100 levels behind? I don't. But I did have to watch through a decent amount of that stuff just last week while editing all these Super Mario 35 videos. It's kinda nice. Also, like, I don't know, I'm so excited to see if I continue to, like, bother to improve on stuff, like, where I'll be in a year from now. Because I only started this, like, in August. And, like, I was really only just uploading, like, those little Smash Bros. Replays that you can save on the Switch. And now it's, like, full-on gameplay. So that's cool. And to think, I probably would have never pushed it this far if I wasn't disappointed by Rocket League. And that's a story for another time. Even though I'll probably forget to tell it in the future. So it really doesn't matter if I allude to it now. The shorthand on that story is Rocket League, much like a lot of Nintendo games, allows you to save replays. There is no way to access said replays and transfer them elsewhere. They're just saved like as game data, which is ridiculous. Like, if you're gonna let me save my gameplay, like, let me access it in a way that's outside of this game. And that's a little picky thing, like, it really is really, like, picky. But, I don't know. Nintendo doesn't want me having their Smash Bros footage, but, like, I can still steal that from them. I'm sure Nintendo really doesn't want me to record Animal Crossing, but with a capture card I do. And if I was really determined, like, I could probably use their, like, 30-second snapshot feature to, like, capture any gameplay I want, like, fully, if you just time yourself out properly. Yeah, think about that. I'm sure there's someone who just, like, has, like, the entire Super Mario Odyssey game, but in my snapshot replays. Or, they're not snapshot replays, they're just replays. But you know what I'm talking about. Those little 30-second snippets when you hold down the whatever button. Yeah. There's gotta be someone on YouTube who is like, this is something I want to do. Because if I thought of it, like, I know somebody else had to have. It's too stupid not to do. All 1,000 hours of my Breath of the Wild gameplay. Through replays. God. My movie editor has issues when I just, like, have, like, 50 sound files. I can't imagine, like, how many... If it was 30 seconds, it would take 2 to be a minute. And it would take 120 to be an hour, right? I'm doing my math right. So 120 every hour. So that's like 12,000. Isn't that like... It's just 12,000. No, it'd be 120,000, right? Or 12,000. I don't know. I'm playing a game. I can't do math. You do it. Figure it out for me and then correct me and tell me how stupid I am, because it's actually just 60,000. Real simple math. It's actually just 300,000. It's actually impossible. Shut up. Well, you see, Luffy, when one number and another number love each other very much, it's called addition. And when one number finds another number that it loves very much, sometimes subtraction is needed, so the other number doesn't stab him in the face. Why did I give them genders? Like, numbers aren't binary. I say blinking as I realize maybe that's not true. I don't know. I want to live in a world where numbers don't have genders. Or at least not human genders. Like, if you wanna give them the old slee or slur, like, that's fine. I don't exactly approve of it, but, like, what am I gonna do about it? Hunt you down and tell you you're wrong? Like, what is this? Reddit? I say, as someone who likes to lurk on garbage social media websites. I say as someone who gets all my freaking news from Yahoo News headlines and Reddit and Twitter, like, the dumb thing is, like, as bad as that is, like, it's really, like, the gateway step to being, like, it's several gateway steps to being, like, the most ill-informed person on the planet. But, like, when I have conversations with people, people are always like, you're really well-informed for your age, and it's like, no shit. I read. Do I tell them what I read? No, of course not. But yeah, you're always so well-read until, like, you disagree with people. And then it's like, well, you don't know a thing. And it's like, of course I don't know anything. My knowledge of this comes from some guy on Reddit commenting on something he didn't read. Like, it's just misinformation all the way down. Turns out truth is not turtles, but lies are. And it's always turtles all the way down. Like, not unintentionally, like, for realsies, that's probably my favorite phrase in the English language. Based on, like, how absurd it is, but, like, how it applies to everything. Turtles all the way down. It's like a very polite shit floats. And also the opposite. For those of you who have had their mind boggled, I hope you're, like, under the age of 15, because, like, none of this stuff should be. It's all covered in, like, living or college. For those of you who are over 15, ouch. Then for everybody else who's like, you're kind of a jerk right now, it's like, yeah, but you're the one taking advice from a guy who can barely focus on talking and playing a Mario game he's played a bazillion times. Like, let's be real, I played this level at least a few thousand times just in, like, a month and a half of playing this game. And I haven't played this game every day in that month and a half. Allegedly. It's not like there's any real proof other than, like, the videos I upload. It's all allegedly. Huh. Really? I have a lot of coins. When did that happen? Like, I'm really bad at paying attention, actually. Like, you know how like there's that video of like people playing basketball and like the gorilla? Or was that a gorilla playing basketball? I don't remember. But you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, I'd be the person where I don't even have to be playing basketball to not notice the gorilla. Like, I could be looking at the gorilla and probably wouldn't notice it. And like, you're probably like, that's a little mean to yourself. And it's like, no, no, no. Mean to myself is thinking I could drive and not endanger other people's lives. Like, let's be real. I would not notice that gorilla. And people would die. Oh boy, red timer. 2 POW blocks. A little unnecessary, friends. Again, a little unnecessary, but I appreciate your support. Well, oh man. Yeah, I know it's low batteries. Thank you. Thank you, robot slave. That's inappropriate. Thank you, AI master, for helping me lead a more controlled life. Oh boy. I want to kill that thing, but I don't know if I can. I mean, I probably could if I tried. All of you are mean to me, and I don't like that. Weird. That was some double up garbage. Come on. Where'd it go? Oh, there he is. Cool. Just what I needed. High octane cruelty. That's what it all comes down to, after all. I wanted to get those fish. Because I know they want to get me too. I believe in paying it forward, but only in the darkest way possible. I got my education and morality from that little girl in Little Nightmares. That's great. Not true, but you know, it's great nonetheless. I need to kill some of you. There we go. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, thank you. Works out in my favor. Oh my goodness, really? Oh boy. Danger zone. Oh, nice. Oh, that was great. I mean, not for anybody playing this game, but, you know, it was great. Really? Come on. Nice. Yeah, you've literally ruined everything, you stupid idiots. I hate you so much. I hate you all so much. I hope you all suffer as much as I am. Of course. As long as I don't jump into a pit, and as long as I keep getting power-ups, there we go. I think that's the first time I've won where I had a bazillion, like, Lockatus everywhere. This is my character arc coming full circle. This is my Super Saiyan. Surviving that kind of horrible garbage. Look at those coins. 3,364 coins. Because I'm amazing. And I leveled up again. I didn't get another icon, but I leveled up. Awesome. Let's see what icons we got. It was really just Buzzy Beetle Zombie Edition. So hey, we got two more, one more row, so it's 6 now, I think. Cool, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 icons left. Nice. And if we get one every time we do some gameplay, like 6 more days. of playing. And even if not, like, we'll have this knocked out in 2 weeks. Cool. That makes me feel good. So this was Super Mario 35. I'm Luppy. And you're you. Thank you for watching. Bye.